Hi Taurus, this is your October forecast 2018. If you would like a private reading with me or hypnosis to facilitate permanent change, do use the link below. So Taurus, this month there is the idea of I want to expand in the place that I work, my finances, or in my study, and I am committed there. So whether this is a promotion, you've just enrolled into something, something online or in person, you've actually started that process, or you will through the course of October. Now, it looks like there had been some delays, there had been a lot of pressure. So, you know, whether it was I have had instability in my work, you know, work, study, or health, or I have had instability in what I do for others, you know, behind the scenes in my home, because all month we're looking at the sixth house, which is our health, it's our work, it's our day, what's done during the day, our routine, what we do for others, including pets. So there has been some stress there in the past. It's to do with siblings. I'm looking after my siblings. I'm looking after a family member. I'm dealing with, I'm helping my sibling deal with something that's really important. And I've committed to helping that. So if that's you know, someone in the family is separating, or had a child, so something new that they're doing and you've committed to helping them with that, or if this is about the instability of, you know, I've been working hard, but the money was unstable, you know, one moment it was good and then the next moment it wasn't, or I'm getting a few shifts here or a few hours there and I want something more stable, or, you know, I've been working in this industry for a while and I'm over it, I really am, and so the stress has been getting on top of me, and something through the middle or the beginning of September has highlighted that I really needed a change. You know, if I'd been undermined where I was, I've got the illumination now. I understand where this has been coming from. I understand, you know, how this was happening, because I couldn't put my finger on it. I couldn't understand, you know, what was the delay and what was getting in the way. And now I find out, you know, there was somebody, or there was, you know, an incident, whether that be a piece of paper or, you know, a phone call. It hadn't happened. So now that we've found the issue, we're able to move forward, whether that is cut it off and leave it behind and move forward, or that now we can finally get this moving forward. Now again, if this is about, you know, half 50 share when it comes to children, you know, 50-50, so our day is, you know, 50-50 share to do with that, or that I haven't had a visit with my children, you're going to find that through the month of October that's going to be sorted. Now with our study, our finances and our career, there has been a breath of fresh air. So like I said, you know, if there had been a delay, this month you're able to get that job. This month you're able to get those stable hours. This month you're able to get more hours, or get more study done, or, you know, more help if you're looking after somebody in the home. So there is a fresh wind. This back and forth, pressure filled, you know, you think you're getting past it and then, oh my gosh, another thing's gone wrong. You know, so this month you're going to find that there is rehabilitation there is fresh life breathed into this. With our finances, the money's there. With our study, we did get in, we, you know, that, you know, worried about a result, and then you find out it didn't actually matter. You know, previous experience or previous marks will help you get in, because this is the idea of I have had difficulties and now I get that fresh start, now I get that ruling, now I get you know, fresh air breathed into that which I thought was dead and gone. This is also what you nurture. So if you're financially looking after, you know, like I said, if you're financially or physically, practically helping a family member, sibling or parent, and you've been helping through that process, and, you know, carrying that burden, carrying that responsibility on your shoulders, you know, has been difficult. But this month, you've got your second win. This month, financially, maybe you've been waiting for government assistance or a payout or an inheritance or something. Now you find that that is starting to move forward. You've got that ruling, you've got that decision handed down from any kind of authority. This is also about seeking the truth, seeking the answer. Like I said, if someone's been undermining you, or you didn't know what the situation was that was the hold up, and it's been going back and forth for 2 or 3 months, you are going to find that out close to the end of September. going into October. And this is how you're able to move forward. It's like, okay, pennies dropped. It was that person. It was the delay had something to do with miscommunication, a missed deadline, missed, phone call, that someone didn't pass it on to the next person. So I've been sitting here waiting and, or I've been really pushing it and I can't understand why I'm not getting anywhere. Again, with that stability of my finances, my job, I need something stable. I'm getting really good hours and then I'm really getting small ones. So now you have that answer. Now you have that ruling. Now you've got that illumination. So now things can go a lot smoother as you go forward. There is also a yes here at home. So if you've been waiting on that yes, that you've been waiting on that job opportunity, you've gone for interviews and you can't figure out how come you haven't had it. Well, you are finally, that 3 months, that 2 months, whatever it was, where you went after, and it just wasn't, producing results. This month, you've started, you've got that yes, you've got those finances, that practical, tangible help. And this is also about the giving and taking. So for some of you Taurus, you actually learnt the lesson of, letting somebody else pay for you, letting somebody else give for you or look after you, or the other way around, depending on which Taurus set you are. And so this has actually taught you a lesson on A, to budget, B, don't bank on things that, that you think are going to be stable, but they may not always have that plan B. And this has also reminded you of stability. I never want to be in that position again. And this is also about I'm providing for those around me. So again, if we're looking after a family member, if we've been, through whatever that is, you have that balance, you have that. But there's definitely some sort of handing down of justice here. Again, if we are trying to enroll or we are furthering our education, you're going to find, yes, you've got in and you'll be able to carry what you need to at home. Also, if we're looking about anything to do with foreign, whether it be foreign visas, whether it be travel to go here or there, whether this be family or this is for work, you actually are finally now going to get that go ahead. So whatever the delay was, the process that took a longer time than you thought, that will now, be able to move forward a lot faster than you thought it was going to be. With your health, you do have the Strength card, Major Arcana card. Something was highlighted in September, the first 3 weeks, and this is, it could be a bit later for some of you, but in the month of October, this is about courage into taking the next level or the next step to do with your health. For some of you, this is, okay, so I've had a bit of a shock, or I've had a bit of a, I wasn't expecting this, and now I have to step up to the plate. Or now I'm going to be strong. I'm going to be brave to be able to move this forward. And this is karmic. For some of you, this is inherited. For some of you, this is with children. So our 8th house is bladder, genitals, sex organs, reproductive system, hemorrhoids, muscular system, hernias, rectum and prostate. Now through the month of September, anyone to do with couples and pregnancy, very, very fertile time. So you might suddenly find out you're pregnant and then think, okay, well, I'm going to step up. I feel okay about this now. I do have the courage and the strength. This is karmic. This is about families and legacies moving on. For the other health issues, this is, it could be hereditary. It could be passed down. I wasn't expecting this, but now that it's happened, I can face this. I can be brave. I can be able to move forward. And this is also for some of you, there's a battle of the wills here. So, is there going to be support there, or I'm going to have to do it on my own? I'm strong enough. I've got the courage. No one's going to be here to back me up, or I'm going to do it on my own. In love, you do have the 4 of Swords. For some of you, you are missing your partner. You're homesick. So whether you're away or they're away, there is the idea that someone is homesick. They're missing someone. First and foremost, that's how I feel, and especially if this has got anything to do with the travel or the visas, how it's, it's taken longer than it was. You don't think it's going to happen, but now you get the news that it is actually, so it's the countdown. It's the countdown on the you're reuniting all that, coming together moment. For others, this is, I've been carrying the family load. I'm really, really stressed out. I'm worried about my marriage. I'm worried about my partnership. I thought that things were coming, you know, we'd gotten that balance, we'd gotten to where we needed to show that conversation, you know, we're both on the same page. But something here has given you the idea of the critical thinking of maybe something in our foundations isn't quite right. Maybe there's something in our culture or our upbringing which I wasn't aware was going to be a sticking point. It may not even be a sticking point, it's just that now it's being brought up in my head because I'm sitting here and I'm obsessing about it. The others that are obsessing, you're worrying, you know, is there infidelity? Is there been a lie here? Am I holding something, or are they holding a mistruth or an omission about a family or about family members? So, you know, behind your back, are they whining to the family members or not telling them how things are actually going, or hiding things from the family if there's been some sort of abuse or cheating or something like that? So something about I'm hiding this from the family or a hidden family. But there is some sort of, I'm obsessing, I'm looking for the truth, and something's to do with the family as well. For others, this is, you know what, the last 3 months have just been a lot, and I have had a break, or I'm thinking about a break, but for some of you, you know, you put these two together, there is that rehabilitation, and the yes as well, there is that rehabilitation. We are going to be okay, you know. So with our Adoring Virtue messages from the angels, Taurus, is Sonia is from a loved one that's already passed, who's saying to you, I'm with you through this. So I just want a small select few of you. If there, like I said, there is the idea of there's been an inheritance, brother or sister or parent, and there has been that issue of, you know, working through the legalities that has to do with that. And, you know, there's an awful lot of work that's been handing into it. And this loved one's saying, thanks for doing the hard work and the due diligence and working on my behalf for this all to be fair, and really putting it in the hard work. For others, this is, you know, what struggles you're going through. I am here and I'm watching you, and your family is actually safe. So where there has been the idea of, you know, I'm not going to have the money for rent, I'm not going to have a home to move into, I haven't had the ruling there to do, I haven't got a job, so I don't even know if I can afford my rent or if I can even afford a home. You know, where is this handing down of a rule? So whether this is, I'm finally got that job, I finally got that loan, I finally got the yes, I've got the apartment, I finally got that go ahead from the judges, you know, whatever it is that's there, it has put a fear over your home, and now you're going to see that it's all going to be fine, that you are going to be covered. So be kind to you and those you love, and I shall see you next month.